To college football now. Both Ohio State and Michigan were back on the gridiron today for spring ball. Our coverage begins in Columbus. As Mark Coons reports, it's the start of a new day as Buckeyes coach Ryan Day begins his fourth season.
As Ohio State begins spring football practice today in the Woody Hayes Athletic Center, 4 new assistant coaches, 3 of those on the defensive side of the ball. Jim Knowles takes over as defensive coordinator. He'll also handle the linebackers, while in the secondary you've got Tim Walton and Perry Iliano taking over. For Knowles, it's quite clear he will take a cerebral approach to teaching the Buckeyes.
Teach, motivate, demand. Teach, motivate, demand. So, you know, in the past, maybe I jumped to demand too soon. Now it has to be teach, tell them what you want to do, give them a reason why they should do it, right? So we always try to illustrate why this works. And then if they don't get it, go back and teach again. And, you know, when you finally get to be demanding, if you've done the right procedure, then, you know, they're ready to be demanded. If the student hasn't learned, the teacher hasn't taught. Now that's like, you know, when you get through a career, you start to, you know, when you're young, you'll get upset, you know, if a guy doesn't get something. And now I look at it like, hey, you know, that's my responsibility. He has not learned it well enough because I have not taught it well enough. So you're always constantly looking at yourself like, how can I approach this better to be a better teacher?
Anytime you have a change, there's just a different approach and freshness to it. And I don't think that's anything other than just a new look and a new start. And so, you know, anytime you're new like that, you know, you kind of want to prove yourself and show your worth. So there's a little bit of that bounce in their step.
It's different because it's the Ohio State, you know, and it's different because everything here, the expectations, the amount of resources that I have with coaches on the field, analysts off the field, recruiting resources. I mean, I basically have everything I ever wanted, or anything any coach could ever want.
And you can see why he's had success. He's very organized, a very good communicator, and has a really good scheme.
Coming off the first loss to Michigan since 2011, one of the points of emphasis this past winter was clear.
We decided that leadership was the #1 thing we needed to get done in this offseason. And so when you have a team who has the experience we have coming back, now you can put some more focus on leadership. And, you know, that's what happened in the second half of the Rose Bowl is the leadership stepped up in halftime. We didn't have that in the Team Up North game. It's just the truth.
And so I think Coach Mick and Coach Day did a nice job of putting those players in positions to teach them how to hold people to standards, how to communicate to them. We asked them to judge their group and grade their group certain times. So now I have an opinion of you. I didn't think you worked out very hard today. I thought you did a great job. I thought you were awesome. And not to take it personal, but be a leader, hold people accountable. Don't be a fake leader, be a real leader. And I think short term, it's off to a great start.
Tomorrow, Ryan Day will be the keynote speaker at the Worcester chapter of the National Football Foundation Scholar Athlete Banquet in downtown Toledo. Now, if you can't make it in person, there will be a live stream of the event starting at 7:20 on the BCSN Now app. In Columbus, Mark Coons, BCSN.